And we back with another episode of the Dictator Radio.
The number one game release break.
You already know it's Dictator Radio.
Turn me up. Turn me up.
You already know it's
The number one game release break.
Already know it's Dictator Radio.
Turn me
We're gonna get our guest in here now.
The number one game release.
What's up, man? Go ahead and introduce yourself. You on Dictator Radio. What's up, man? How's it going, brother? We got Gafa Gamy on here, man. We definitely got a legend out here, man. Definitely give a few words about yourself and where you come from, man. I know you've been with acts like Scarface, Biggie Smalls. You know what I'm saying? Those are some big influences. But what's some stuff that you try to get back to people now?
Shit, man. To be honest with you, bro, I'm just, telling my story. You know, music is just, it's a diary. That's it.
Oh yeah, man. I saw that you was the hood hero, man. Well, how'd you come up with that concept there?
Shit, cause I survived, bro. It's just, nigga survived a lot of shit, so it give you heroic shit type feelings.
Oh yeah, man. Now with you being from Georgia, man, I was born in Grady, man. I know what it's like coming out from that area. What's some of that, what's some of being from that area? What is that, that hustle that we got? How do you, incorporate that into your music grind?
You can't eat for free. It's like, it's a survival mode from my perspective, anyway.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. I see you, being raised in a single family home, and you started rapping at an early age. What made you pick rap as a way to, express yourself and a means to, make some income?
Shit, man. It was really just, you know what I'm saying? I was really doing it for the finance, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? For the bag. I wasn't, I like the music, but I seen it as a way to run it up. So that's what made me want to do it initially.
Oh yeah. Now, what are some of the ways that you get your videos, and what's some of the tactics that you have and to make that some income out of the music?
Really, man, it's just the streaming, because, ever since streaming been around, it's easy for the artist to eat because, the money just comes straight to you. The record labels, they just like a middleman, because I'm independent, so they gonna eat with you. But
Hmm.
as long as you're independent, you're gonna get all your show money, all your streaming, everything, merchandise, you know what I mean? And, in this day and era, you could do it without the labels.
You definitely can. You definitely can. Now, with you, being in the game for so long, what are some of the major changes you see with you being an independent artist? Like you said, a lot of artists don't need to get that label, but at one point in hip hop, that was the main, incentive for people to even be an artist.
I mean, if you don't understand the business, you're gonna need a label. But if you understand the business on how to make money, you don't need a label because you can do your own promo, and the promo is what's gonna bring you the money. So for the artist that's independent that ain't making money, you're gonna have to turn to the label so that they can, guide you through the business part of it. But it's easy to learn. I suggest every artist try independent before signing. Cause I turned down a few deals, you know what I mean? Because it didn't make sense financially. Like the money they was offering, it wasn't enough to lock in.
Hmm. Hmm. Now, how are you able to spot those type of deals in the industry? Because I'm pretty sure with you being the type of colossal artist that you are, those type of deals get thrown at you a few times. What were some of the ways that watched out for people that may have had some deals that may not have benefited you, or maybe you took some deals that may not have been maybe financial, but gave you some leverage in the game itself?
It's all about your team. Like I got powerful lawyers, you know, that been around for a while,
Mm-hmm.
so they gonna dissect those contracts and eat them alive. Like to the
Yeah.
the regular eye, the contract will look sweet, but with the right lawyer, they gonna point out all of the downfalls of the contract, all of the negatives.
Mm-hmm.
Without a lawyer, it's gonna look sweet. Like the money gonna look sweet. Like a couple deals, the money was right, but the logistics was wrong. Like I'd have been trapped in a
Mm-hmm.
bad deal.
For years, you know.
Yeah, for years.
And that's what people don't really calculate. Some artists are just artists for 2 years, but they get locked into a 10-year, 15-year deal, and wasn't even planning on making music that long.
I mean, the length of the length of the contract do matter, but at the same time, it's about the music they be asking for. Like if they asking you for 8 albums
Mm-hmm.
or so many songs, it's like, see, a lot of artists don't understand. Like any music you make while you sign to a label, they own part of that music. No matter who you make it with, off of who the producer, what country you make it in. If you make it while you sign to that contract, they own a part of it. If the contract's structured that way, you don't get free until the contract end. The day after that, when you start making music, you own your music again.
Definitely. And that's why you see a lot of artists kind of like, Frank Ocean, who kind of stonewalled that and didn't make a tape until the last day of his contract.
Yeah, I heard about that deal. Like you did some smart stuff in there. Yeah, man.
Definitely, man. Now, what's some big things you got coming up? Any big music video releases or song releases you got pushing right now?
Um, I'm probably dropping like 2 songs a week, man. I found a old hard drive, so I'm about to release all the old music, man. But we in the process.
Ooh, okay.
Uh, been shopping it, you know what I'm saying, with a couple of production companies, and I think we locked in with one. So we're just trying to get the paperwork straight and pre-production set up, and then we're gonna go ahead and shoot it. So inshallah, it'll be done. Probably in about the next 4 to 5 months.
Definitely, man. I think I saw some clips of that movie, man, where you're talking about you gotta get the bag, it had your retirement in it.
Oh no, that was see the music videos. I kind of structured them like movies, short movies. So that was the intro to a song called Wild and
Mm,
Dangerous. So yeah, that's just like the intro to the video. But it should be released on streaming today. On YouTube today. Wild and
that
Dangerous.
looked like a movie, man. So big ups to you for putting out that artistry right there. I
Appreciate it,
thought I
bro.
was about to watch a whole hood film.
Yeah, there a couple folks hit me up like, bro, when that shit dropping, I'm like, bro, that shit a music video.
You might need to
Like,
do a spinoff and then make that a full length movie.
yeah.
That'll be dope, man. Now, how do you come up with those type of visuals and and how do you come up to wanting to put that as an intro to your song? Does that song relate to
Um,
that type of feel?
like I don't work with a lot of videographers, man, and it's kind of routine. Like they try to make some of them are artistically inclined, but they try to make your video look like every other video.
Hmm.
You know, I don't like that shit, bro. Like I don't want my shit to look like nobody else shit. Like so before we shoot, I really kind of what I'm saying, write out the treatment for it to make it like a short film. Like one of my favorite videos is Zoned Out. It got like 209,000 views, but it's no rapping in it. The way the song, of course, is rapping, but it's no B-roll where I'm performing. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It's just a short movie. Like you just have to watch it like a silent movie. Like if I had my way, every video I shoot would be like that.
That's dope, man. To have that vision as an artist and just having that in the game in general because like you were saying, a lot of videos are just looking the same, and it's good that you actually put a lot of thought and bring that imagery of your real life into the music. So that's definitely powerful. Now, what are some ways that you've seen other artists do the game differently to you, and what's some wisdom you want to give to some up and coming artists?
Um, the my advice is get a lawyer, and if you ain't got no guns, get security.
Mm-hmm.
Though you in the street with everybody else. So my advice is get a lawyer, learn how to read your paperwork, learn how to move, and learn how to get some money off the music. That's my advice.
Definitely, man. Now, what's three tips that somebody could use coming up in the music industry, whether it's an artist, a manager, a producer, and just how they can get a good footing and network with people out there.
Um, Three tips. You gotta learn the politics. That's my first. Like, it's really about who
Mm,
you know. Like, cause I done seen some dope
mm-hmm.
artists go unknown. You know, like I mean, really talented people. Like a lot of the people that can really rap and really sing, they never get heard because they don't know the politics or who to know and who to deal with. And another tip: don't burn bridges. Like it's a way to handle even bad situations. You know, like keep it business. But because some bridges you burn, you'll never get back, and the bridge you burn continue to burn other bridges because people talking. You know, folks know each other. And the third tip, I'm gonna go back to getting a lawyer. Like it's the most important part of the game. Because without a lawyer, you ain't gonna get paid, and you're gonna get into a bad situation.
Mm, mm. Yeah, a lot of artists don't realize how legal the music industry really is, and that's really where a lot of the income is having that deal, being able to navigate those deals, and making sure everything is on the up and up. What were some of the
Yeah.
hardest lessons that you learned, or did you take any of those hard knock lessons early in your career?
Um, I say like missing opportunities, like because if a window open, you got to jump through it.
Hmm.
A lot of times I just fell back, like I'm putting the streets before the music. That's like the hardest lesson I learned, like because at one time they was offering me to do walkthroughs, like you know, and I was like, man, I'm not doing that because the money wouldn't, what I'm saying, it didn't make sense because I'm like, I'm not going to travel for that little bit of change, but the exposure, to
Hmm.
get paid just to sit in a club, that's priceless.
Yeah.
But I ain't see it like that at the time.
What was it that was keeping you from taking those type of opportunities?
I mean, if you get money and it's more than what they offering
Yeah.
you, like I'm not gonna turn down this to go travel to make that little bit of money. So,
Hmm.
but the situation and the opportunity was greater than the money.
Yeah. Yeah. And I feel like that's a lot. And just being an entertainer in general, a lot of the time, it's not necessarily monetary that gets you those later in life, those later opportunities that do cash out big. A lot of the time, it's storing that up with exposure and marketing.
then
Now, what were
I
some
agree.
ways that you built your leverage in the game to where people were offering those walkthrough prices for you?
Um, I mean, man, like I just feel like it was the music itself, cause kind of antisocial. You know, I don't really, you know, I ain't really social media like that. So
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like it was the music itself. You know, cause I ain't good with reaching out and you know what I'm saying doing the politicking, but I built a strong team that could do that. So I just feel like it was the music itself.
Oh yeah, man, that's good that you found that team and knowing you saying that you know that you're antisocial is something that a lot of artists, don't realize about themselves and don't realize that they have that weakness and maybe need to find someone to incorporate that a part of the team. How did you find those people to, build upon those and strengthen your brand?
All right, okay. Yeah, say it again, man. I'm sorry about that.
How'd you find those people that helped you strengthen those aspects about yourself and helped you take your career further?
Um, I mean, you have to. I think it's easy to like, you know, find a lawyer, find, you know, management, you know, producers, whatever. But you gotta link with people that see the same vision you see and believe in you. You know,
Hmm.
like because if you're dealing with somebody that don't believe in you, it's not gonna be good energy. It's not gonna be a good vibration. Like, but if they believe in you and they can see the vision, the business atmosphere gonna be beautiful because y'all got the same goal in mind, you know.
Hmm.
Because with a good lawyer, you know, they know that your situation gonna get bigger and their chick's gonna get bigger. So I think that's how that works.
Definitely, definitely. Now, what are some what are some ways that you plan to grow and what are some ways that you plan to give back to the culture, or is it all profit for you?
Um, I think, man, you know, for the younger artists, man, they need guidance.
Mm.
You know, that's the way that I plan to give back. But the way that I plan to grow is, I mean, this the first time I'm saying this shit out loud, but
Mhm.
I want to compete with Tyler Perry, man.
There
Like
we go.
I like folks. I want to be respected as a film producer, writer, director because it's like a hidden talent that I found. You know, thanks to my sister. You know, because she like real good actress, and I used to go to her plays, and then we used to be on the phone, and she wanted me to write her a short scene because I used to like write the scenes for my videos, and we end up turning it into a movie. Then I changed it into a series. I shot a series like a couple years back called Crack Baby that I never released. So I plan to grow. I'm gonna never stop making music, man. But I plan to grow in the movie industry. Like
Mm.
that's a you know some people gonna say that's a statement I probably shouldn't have made. But if I want to reach my goals, I need somebody to compete with, and I think it's gonna be Tyler Perry.
There you go, man. That's a big accomplishment to, for Tyler Perry to have everything that he got going on. And it's good. Kind of like how Michael Jordan was to a lot of people getting into the NBA. We now have a black entertainer that we can, strive for and we know it's actually attainable.
Yeah, like and you know if you know a lot willing I get to that point where I can compete with him,
Hmm.
it ain't gonna do nothing but help him. You know, we seen it in basketball, man. It was a blessing for Kobe to come in the league while Michael Jordan was still there.
Hmm.
And it was a blessing for LeBron to come in the league while Kobe was still there.
Hmm.
You know, these guys, they challenge each other respectfully. You know, I got all the respect for Tyler Perry. I'm actually a fan, but
Hmm.
at the same time, I'm a competitor.
Exactly. Exactly. You see, even being in Atlanta, how much, economy he really brings to the city. And then they're shooting, Avenger movies in there. So it's just like That is some
Oh
big
yeah.
shoes to fill, you know, getting them Disney checks.
Yeah, yeah. But after this first movie, the respect will start. You know what I mean? Because this first film I wrote, it's so unpredictable. Like it's an
Mm,
urban film, it's a romance. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, it's on some gangster shit. But it's not your predictable story. Like you know what's gonna happen. Those movies I hate when you know
hmm
you're watching the movie just to watch it because you can predict what's gonna happen because it's similar to something you've seen before. This movie is unlike anything you ever seen.
mm. I'm excited for it, man. What was the name of it again?
It's called Belligerent.
Belligerent. Y'all got to check that out, man. You got a release date for that?
Nah, man, because we still haven't went to pre-production.
Okay,
So,
okay.
but 2023 definitely.
Ooh, okay. You got any songs that's gonna be in that you already got out?
We got songs, man, but I'm probably gonna do some new songs so
Mm,
they kind of tailor made for the scenes. You know what I mean?
hmm That kind of remind me of that
Yeah.
old movie. You remember Carmen? Had like Beyonce, Most Def.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so something like that. I think that'll be dope if they brought something like that. Kind of like how you were saying with your sister with plays and incorporating the music into the scene. That'll be.
Yeah, man. When the songs fit perfectly, like back in the day, man, they used to make soundtracks for every movie,
Hmm
and some of the soundtracks was doper than the movies.
Yeah.
Like you really went out and bought the soundtrack.
Yep. Yep. Now, what is it that you got? What is it that you want people to take away from your music and your brand overall?
Um, I want people to take the truth. Like the music is a diary. Like when I listen to old songs, it make me remember that day,
Mm.
that time that I was living in. You know what I mean? So the music is short stories too, and the brand is it's a survival type of thing. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? It's about surviving and transitioning into something bigger than the streets. You know what I mean? That's all it's about.
Oh yeah, man. You definitely a trap hero, man. Definitely.
Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah. Now, what is the music you want them to be streaming right now, and where can they check you?
Um, the Instagram is GAFAGAMY. And once you could Google that and everything gonna pop up. The YouTube videos, the streaming, Spotify, Apple Music, everything. So yeah, but October the 31st, I'm releasing a new single. It's called Side Effects. So look out for that on all the streaming platforms.
I like these song titles, man. You got belligerent, side effects.
Yeah, man, like I told you, I strive to make this shit completely different from other artists. No disrespect to the other artists. I just want to be the one thing I like when people hear my music for the first time. They always tell me you got your own style, you got your own sound. That's all I care about. I don't even. I mean, I hope they do like it, but if they don't like it, they never tell me, "Oh, you sound like such and such. You remind me of such and such." It's because the music is so different and diverse. Like, and that's part of the reasons. Like, if you go to my streaming, like you'll listen to one song and the next song gonna sound completely different. Like, it's gonna be on some. Like, it might have some singing on the hook. The other the other song might be a straight rap song. The other song might be damn near on some R&B shit. You know what I mean? Because I'm not on that factory music. Like I don't like to make the same type of shit all the time, bro.
Yeah. And that's good, man. That's good to have that versatility and just to have that mindset because that's going to keep you constantly evolving. A lot of artists get stuck into
Yeah,
just making that same type of music and then the trend beat and left them. And now they got a whole catalog of 100 songs that they'd have made off of that one trend.
yeah, man. That's how you. It's hard for you to stay relevant and keep existing if your music sounds the same. Like
Hmm
people got to realize your brand is no different. Like, of course, the Jordan sneakers didn't survive it. They put a little twist on it. But you know, a lot of brands don't survive doing the same thing over and over. Like you wouldn't go buy the same Gucci shirt over and over. You wouldn't buy the same Adidas shirt over and over. You're gonna buy that shirt one time, and once you get tired of it, it's a wrap. You ain't on that shit no more.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And that's how you should treat your brand and, your music in general. And it's good to see artists like yourself really, switching it up and staying consistent in the game.
Yeah, appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, man. You got any thing you want to tell to your supporters or fans before we wrap it up?
Um, I would like to tell my fans and supporters to look out. I've been holding this for like a year, but the album Gimwa is completed.
Mm.
I just don't know why I won't push the button. You know what I'm saying? To put this shit out. I think because it's so personal. You know what I'm saying? Because this the first time, like, I didn't really, you know what I'm saying, did some personal music in years. Like, I met kids in this album. You know what I mean? I talk
Mm.
about personal relationships on this album. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't just some party music, some trap music. You know what I'm saying? This shit deep. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah.
This shit deep. Talking about, you know what I'm saying, my childhood, like it's deep. So look for that. I don't know, the end of this year or the beginning of next year, just whenever I decide to push the button. Cause it's gonna be in the process of us unloading these 50, 60 old songs. So one day, but look out for that. As a matter of fact, the Wild and Dangerous song
Mm-hmm.
that the video gonna drop today, it's gonna be on that album.
Ooh. Okay. I'm
Yeah,
excited for that, man. Well, this has been another interview
appreciate
with
it,
the
bro.
Dictator Radio with Gafa Gamy. He's here to shock the world, man. He's here with reality rap. And we out.
All right,
You already
stay
know it's Dictator Radio.
Turn me